Yo. Welcome back to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. Last night, we had the NBA draft happen, and the Chicago Bulls pick now goes on to the Orlando Magic. Was Nikola Vucevic really worth it? We got to hit the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls Podcast with the Cognac Boys of Cognac Boy Bobby, holding it down on another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast with me and my co-host C-Dub. If you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, we knew the chances for the Chicago Bulls to even keep the pick was very, very slim. I believe it was just total. I mean, they increased their chances to move up, but still, all in all, those chances were still very, very slim to keep that pick, to keeping that pick, which was protected. So we had to fall either at the fourth spot or it wouldn't have happened. So it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I came here. I prepped myself for it. I told you guys. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. It's just something that we have to live with. But when we look back at the Nikola Vucevic trade to the Chicago Bulls, was it really worth it? Y'all know me. I like to provide context, so I'm here to provide context before we dive into it. So the context of the thing is, one, the Chicago Bulls ain't keeping in one of the picks. And then, number two, we look back at the trade that got Nikola Vucevic in a Chicago Bulls uniform in the first place. The Chicago Bulls sent out Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter Jr., and 2 first-round picks to the Orlando Magic for Nikola Vucevic and Al-Farouq Aminu. Back then, you know what I'm saying, about a couple years ago. Now, one of the picks turned into Franz Wagner. Not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Solid player, somebody who could have, been a part of the future here with the Chicago Bulls. But in exchange for Franz Wagner, we got an all-star and a solid center for the Chicago Bulls. But I will like to point out, when it comes to Otto Porter Jr., let's keep it a buck, the contract was bad for Otto Porter Jr. He couldn't stay healthy with the Chicago Bulls, and it was just time for him to go. You know what I'm saying? So you swap somebody in Nikola Vucevic, who's been one of the most healthiest Bulls since he's been here, if not the most healthiest Bulls since he's been here, and you exchange him for somebody for your organization who was never on the court, and you was paying him money. So I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes back to the young player of Wendell Carter, I'm not mad at it. A lot of people gonna say, well, look what he's doing down there. I mean, I'm just saying he ain't doing much, though. You know what I'm saying? Is he terrible? No. I believe he's a solid player. It's a solid rotational player. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's what Wendell Carter is. And that's no knock to him, because you can still have a place in this league and be a rotational player. But that's just what it is. You exchange a rotational player in a bad contract for an all-star center and who you thought was going to be able to help this team take the next step. Now, if we looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Is it the outcome that we expected? Absolutely not. It's not the outcome that we expected. We expected more playoff success with Nikola Vucevic coming on to the team. We expected more from the Chicago Bulls organization, but sometimes trades just don't work. You know what I'm saying? But we have to also, if we taking the bad, we take the good. We got to take the good. Let's keep it a buck. When they traded for Nikola Vucevic at the trade deadline, the Bulls were in good position to make the playoffs. Zach LaVine caught COVID, and it was over with. But then under a full offseason, the Chicago Bulls front office, they built a playoff contending team. It was not a championship team at that moment, though, you know what I'm saying, at the start of that season, we looked very, very good. We were number 1 in the East. Lonzo Ball goes down. All hell breaks loose, though. You know what I'm saying? And then the reluctancy from the front office to make changes this past offseason. You know what I'm saying? And we look like poop. I get it. Y'all wanted Vooch to come out here and do a little bit more. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? But He played 82 games. He still came out and gave you double-doubles damn near every single night, more than Wendell Carter Jr., and that's just what it is. I get it. As of right now, the young guys over there, the future is looking way more brighter for the Orlando Magic than the Chicago Bulls as right now on May 17th. That's how it looks. But anything can change, y'all. And I think we need to stop being the skies falling Bulls fans, the over-emotional Bulls fans. We knew that the chances of keeping that pick were very, very slim. Yes, we had that energy. Yes, we all came on here together. Yes, we looked at all the history and said, well, back in whatever year it was, this team they were slotted at 11. They were able to snatch up number one. It sounds good, and it's all good. You want to do anything to get yourself prepared to see if the Bulls could actually grasp another top 4 pick. So, and keep their pick that you don't want to give up to the Orlando Magic. That's all fair. But at the end of the day, bro, as of right now, we've been in better hands than the Orlando Magic. So the question really is, was it really worth it? To me, I'm going to say it was worth it for the now. Was it worth it for the future? That's still to be determined. Because if we're looking at the Orlando Magic, the full season after Vooch left, they won 22 games. Then they increased their win total this past season with 36 games. So for those that are saying we got fleeced, I don't believe we got fleeced at all. You know what I'm saying? Because the Chicago Bulls, so when he got traded, we missed the playoffs. We made the playoffs once, and we had an opportunity to get a play-in game. We won one, and we lost it and got sent home. You was in better. You gave yourself an opportunity to make the playoffs 2 straight years. The Orlando Magic haven't sniffed the playoffs in several years. So for the now, it looks like it was okay. For the future, I still don't think we got fleeced. For the future, their future is brighter. Don't get me wrong. As of right now, things can change. And we're going to say, hey, Nikola Vucevic, we got him, and now he might be out the door. We don't know if he's going to be out the door. But if he is out the door, it's still up to front offices here in Chicago and front offices in Orlando to put up good products, to do something with their teams and their respective players on their team. Organizations still have something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to feel some type of way. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You could have had Franz Wagner on the team, but does Franz Wagner have, I ain't trying to disrespect you, my guy, but does he change how Billy Donovan coaches? No. Does he change how AK and Mark Eversley built a playoff contending team? No. I don't know. Like, what could have been? Could they have actually won a playoff series with Franz? We don't know. But we can't sit here and assume that the world is over or the Chicago Bulls organization is over because we had to give up a draft pick. That's what happens in business. You give up stuff for the expectations that there will be production far greater than what the hell you gave up. That's the cost of business. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's the cost of business. Seriously. Like the Chicago Bulls, we gave Lonzo all this money, $20 million a year. He gave us good 35 games and ain't been here since. When you was watching him those first 35 games, you was happy about your investment. After those 35 games, you was very, very sad about that investment. Things like that happen, y'all. Look at Kyrie Irving going to the Dallas Mavericks. They thought it was going to work out, and he's possibly out the door. So they took a swing. Look at the Phoenix Suns. They took a swing. Gave up a lot for Kevin Durant. We sure that's going to be something that's deliver a championship? We don't know. We're going to say maybe. We're going to say what they're going to be in the conversation because they have 2 superstars on the team. But if we get the same thing that we got in these playoffs next year, was it really worth it? You have to take swings as an organization, and it's steps to this. It's levels to this. We got to remain even keel, y'all. This is why me and Unc put that energy out there already from the jump, from the start, to pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. And one last thing. Do you guys see what the hell tanking has done to the Detroit Pistons? Look at their record. Look what they have done. They didn't even get in the top 4. And we could say they tanked. We can. But look at that. Always losing games and tanking and throwing games does not always result in getting good, productive players. That's just what it is. So for those out there that said, we should have tanked, what if we would have tanked and we would have been the Detroit Pistons in pick number 5? You tank for nothing because you miss out on Brandon Miller. You miss out on Wembanyama. You miss out on and you miss out on Scoot. So what was the tanking really for? You know what I'm saying? So they still think there is obviously still going to be some talent in other places that you can look at. But the three guys that you know that are going to be legit or at least have a chance to be legit with the most upside typically fall in that first 1 through 4. The Pistons went to 5. So now it's just a bunch of guessing right here if they don't do their homework correctly. That's what it is, y'all. I don't encourage tank culture because that's sucker stuff to me. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You still go out and compete. And that's just what it is. But hey, was it really worth it? At the end of the day, it was worth it. You're in the company, in any business, any sport, you take swings to get better players. And Vooch is a better player than Wendell Carter. And as of right now, a better player than Franz. Now, what the future holds for all these players is still to be determined. Franz could definitely turn out to be a better player than Vooch because his roadway is still going. You know, Vooch is coming to the end. But we know what Wendell Carter is. I think where he is now is where he's going to be. A solid role player. That's it. So it is what it is. It was worth it. Did it turn out to be the best? No. But it absolutely was worth it, in my opinion. Go ahead in the comment box below. Let me know how y'all feeling. I believe it was worth it. You take chances to build an organization, to build a team. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. I just named out a few the few times that it don't work out, but there are some times where it do work out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the Boston Celtics in Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So at the end of the day, just let me know y'all thoughts on it. Hit the comment box. Let me know, was it really worth it for you? Because I told you it was worth it for me. Did it pan out to be the best? Absolutely not. But it wasn't the worst either. So hit the comment box. Let me know how y'all feeling about everything. And if you want to be a part of any mailbag episode, you can call in or send a text message to that number, 773-242-9219. This is another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Cognac. Gang.